Good evening and welcome to our 11th session of Above and Beyond Hangouts. It's the Christmas edition, as you can see. And let me just say a few words about this initiative. It began February this year, and we are really happy with the feedback, with the participation that we are having. Well, during this 12 months, 11 months, we had the opportunity to have here the participation of more than 1,000 people present in presence and remotely. Several dozens of startups which participated, gave their feedback about our initiatives, about the measures that we are suggesting to our policymakers in Portugal. And that is the real positive part of this, because we are really able to feel the pulse and to feel how the ecosystem is reacting to every measure that we are dealing with, and also to feel where are the challenges, where are the gaps, and try to, on that, to build something new, something useful, and something really effective. We began with a very important issue discussing here in the first edition in February, which was diversity. We discussed also internationalization. We discussed funding for startups, startup vouchers. We discussed mental health. Whole variety of themes that are important to our ecosystem. But the most important part, as I told you, was to get your constant participation and feedback. And we are very happy to continue with this initiative through 2023 with some new, some innovation in what regards to the logistic and organization of this. We are trying to set up a parallel session, a regional one that together with Lisbon can take above and beyond to other parts of the country. So let's see if we can make this happen. I'm very positive with the great team that I have with me in Startup Portugal that we are going to make this a big success in 2023. So in this last edition of the year, we are giving the stage to our startups. So it's a pitch competition. We are having a small panel, and we want also feedback from you, the audience, a very reactive and honest feedback. So please use the classification board that it's being supplied to vote, and to classify the pitches that you are going to see afterwards. It's very important for whom it's pitching a real honest and straightforward and simple feedback, because this can prepare them for new business, for new approaches, for being better in this approach to partners, to customers and to investors. And this can be very, I think, useful for them and for everybody that is watching remotely and in presence to this session. So thank you very much for being here. Welcome again to this last 2022 edition. And I will give the stage to Hugo that will present the pitch startups that are going to be here with us. Thank you.
Hello, people. Are you good? Yeah. Yes. Okay, ready for some pitch? Shark Tank situation over here. Yeah, all excited for it. Okay, my name is Hugo. I'm going to basically be the moderator, the host of the event over here. By the way, my background, it's not on startups. I actually do stand-up comedy because I'm funny. I'm hilarious, trust me, okay? And I'm going to be basically over here to introduce some of the pitchers that are going to be basically doing their pitch. These are many pitches around. Also, as well, I will talk to you guys a little bit as well, because I like to know you a little bit before we start, so that you guys can relax. Always remember to take the QR code over here, to vote for every pitch that's going to be announced as well, like Antonio said, and very well with a clear, obvious, and pragmatic perspective about it as well. Also, I'd like to, before I talk to some of you, I'd like to ask for a big round of applause for Startup Portugal as well, for them, all their good job over here, basically providing many opportunities for the startups in Portugal as well. You know, Antonio, already, I'm going to talk with some of the juries as well, because I don't know if I met some of you as well. You have the name tag, so your name is André. I have a great eyesight. It's the only thing that I have good in my life, in my health. It's my eyesight. Where from?
So my name is André Faria. I'm from Demium. Demium is a venture capital company here. So yeah. I'm here.
And you're from Portugal.
And I'm from Portugal.
I assume because of the mustache. It's because of how I got over there as well. Very good. Welcome, André. You're going to be one of the jurors today?
Yeah.
That's great. How about you?
I'm Eduardo. I have to say you are hilarious.
I know. I got it.
Yeah.
I got it a lot.
I work for PwC, audit and consultancy company. I'm the head of startup ecosystem, so everything related to PwC and startups goes through me.
Yeah, look at him bragging over here, right in front. He's over here. You're also going to be one of the jurors for today as well, right?
Yes.
That's great. Also from Portugal as well.
You can see by the mustache.
Okay. There are still some Portuguese people in Lisbon. We are still here, some of us as well. Who's not from Portugal, if I can see by a show of hands? You are not from Portugal? And what is your name?
My name is Reza.
Where are you from, Reza?
From Iran.
From Iran. Have I seen you before, Reza?
Yeah.
In the previous as well. Do you like that one? Was I hilarious? Okay, that's the only thing that matters to me right now today. Also as well, like there's going to be a bit of competition, of course, okay? There's actually going to be a winner as well, but it's not going to be like something like overly competitive, okay? This is more for, for you to have a chance to basically invest in your app over here as well. So if you win, don't be like a sore winner. Okay? I'm a terrible winner. The other day I was playing FIFA on PlayStation. I won and I was like, yes, okay, I'm the best. And he started crying because it was my nephew of 2 years old. It was like holding the remote, like, well, what happened? Okay, cool. Also, as well, I am Portuguese, by the way. I don't look Portuguese because I look weird, but I'm from Portugal. My family's from different places of the world. My mom and the family of my mother is mostly from Portugal, from Lisbon. That's why I look like a hobbit. He's a very short lady. My father, he's actually from Africa. Most of the family of my father is also from Africa. Hence, I have the curly hair. And my great-grandfather, he was from Belgium. So that's why this happened, okay? But I'm a local, I can assure you too as well. How about you? We have Toby over here. Toby, you're a big fan of Succession, aren't you?
Actually, I'm a big fan of Emily in Paris.
Of Emily in Paris. Oh, okay. I was not expecting that one. Okay. And are you from Paris?
No, I'm not. I'm
Where are you
from
from?
New York City.
From New York. You are here?
I live here.
You're living over here. Are you like having a business over here? Are you going to be one of the pitchers for today?
Yes, I am.
Okay, I'm not going. So I'm not going. I'm not going to be biased. Okay, I'm not going to tell that Emily in Paris is a bad show. I'm not going to say anything about it. I'm just going to think about it. How about over there? We have two people over there. What's your name? Diogo. And you? Beatriz. And you guys are here also to pitch as well? Just to watch. You're just come over here for the fun of it. Okay. With who? You are supporting Pedro. Okay, don't let them influence your opinion, okay, jury? Don't be biased. And you guys came over. Are you their friends? Are you working in the same company? You are together as a couple? Yeah. For how long? I want you to answer. I want to ruin your day. I know this is so proud. I know this one. I got it. Nail it. Okay, that's great. And you guys you're just friends of Pedro. Is that it?
Yeah, I work with him.
Okay, you just came to support the 5-year relationship over here as well. 5 years, that's a lot. A round of applause for love over here. Very good. Very good. My longest relationship was 5 minutes, by the way. So who else? We have a sir with the green cap over there. What's your name, sir? Ramin, where from, Ramin? From Iran? There's already. I think there's actually a lady from Iran that's going to do a pitch as well. And you are living here in Lisbon right now. Are you working here? Are you going to do a pitch as well for today?
We're working here. I'm not going to pitch. My boss next to me.
He's like saying, I had to came. because she made me come over here for today. Okay, what's the name of the boss, if I may ask you?
My name is Mia.
Mia, where from Mia?
I'm originally
From Finland? Okay. Or Sweden? They're not like, they're nearby, but it's not the same thing. It's like Portugal and Spain. No, it's not the same thing. Okay.
anything about Denmark. It's like
I love how you're generalizing the north of Europe right now. Okay. Oh, for Finland, we have something here in Portugal. I don't know if you heard about it. We call it the sun. It's very hot. It burns. But the last weeks, actually, it's the opposite. The last weeks, we are actually having a bit of Ireland over here, only rain. That's cool. You guys are warmed up. Yeah. Are you ready to listen to some of the pitches that we're going to have? I have one. Do you want to hear my pitch? Yeah. Okay. My pitch is for an app like this. It's called How Old Are You? And basically, you put your age, and then you ask questions like, am I old enough to say, back in my days? Then they'll tell you, yes or no. Are you old enough to go out on a weekday, drink 7 shots of tequila, and go to work on the next day? And he'll tell you, you are stupid, okay? So it works like this as well. I have another app as well that is called Where Can I Go During Christmas and Not Listen to Mariah Carey songs? It's the most useful one. I cannot go to any supermarket, sadly, since I put that app on. How do you think about this one? It's a good one? You are approving? Sure. Andre, he's like the Simon Cowell of the juries right now. He's like, it's a no for me. It's a no. No, not for me. Guys, you are ready for the first one? Yeah? So I'm going to see my notes. I'm going to butcher some of your names because of my accent, and I apologize for this. But I want you guys to basically welcome with a round of applause for Toby Tompkins.
No.
Oh, they changed the lineup. It's not my fault. It's over here. What is the name of? Marcelo. And the name of the app?
No, let me just. Okay.
There you go.
So, hello? Yeah. Well, we asked Marcelo Lebre from Remote. I think you guys know him. He's the founder of one of the latest Portuguese unicorns, a very successful guy. The company was founded in 2019. It got a round of funding of $500 million last year. It employs more than 1,000 people all over the world. And it has currently a business volume of more than 60 million euros a year. And well, Marcelo couldn't be able to be here presently, but he wanted to give you a message, a specific message to this event. And so we are starting with this Marcelo message. Okay, thank you.
Hey everyone. So here's a few things that are important about pitches. No one cares. No one cares about your pitch or your company. What people do have is a problem or a pain, and you should be able to solve it. And that's it. You don't have 2 or 3 minutes. The elevator pitch is a misconception. Try to stare at something for 2 minutes or 3. It's an eternity. You'll start wondering, thinking what you're going to have for dinner or whatever. So you don't have 2 minutes. You at best have 30 seconds. So just come straight forward at it and go for it. Now, what are you solving? Why should I care about your product? Why should I buy from you? That's what you should be answering. And very easy and very fast. Now, that being said, it takes a lot of gumption and takes a lot of no's and yeses and reinforcement and relentless practice. But also, above all, believe in what you're doing and what you're selling and why you're the best. All the best. Good luck.
Guys, while we are waiting over here for the video to roll up, I would also like you to make a big round of applause for Toby Tompkins for Side Food.
Hi, is there a clicker or something? No, no, no. Yes, thank you. That moves it forward? Forward, back, laser. Okay, great. Good evening, I'm Toby Tompkins, and I am the founder of Safio Society. Now, let me ask you a question. If you are an investor, if you've ever donated money, if you've ever been a part of a social impact investment, or if you're a donor or philanthropist, and you write that check and you send it off, and maybe you get your tax write-off, but you never really know if you're going to get the impact for that dollar, if that investment, if that money is actually going to be used as it is intended to be used. And that is a challenge that translates into a really about $50 trillion market of social impact investors each year who make donations but never know whether they can trust that their donations are secure, well-managed, and optimized. Not only if you're an investor for a financial return that's competitive, but if you're a donor or philanthropist or a family office, also for that actual social impact performance. So for the first time, blockchain, cryptocurrency allows us to look at this in an auditable way. Safio Society steps in as a good governance platform that provides impact donors, investors, and leaders who want to track, target, engage, and optimize the roughly trillions, like 40 trillion a year of dollars that are committed. We would do that in an easy, robust, and secure platform that utilizes a sophisticated coin and also smart contracts. Our goal is to ensure that your donations and investments are utilized as they were intended, that they achieve a competitive financial return, and most importantly, a superior social impact. So who do we serve? We serve donors and family offices, foundations, and governments. I have worked in philanthropy on 4 continents for over 30 years, from Brazil to Kenya to the mining communities in Ghana. And I know that those problems, I know how those issues get handled. There's a real opportunity here in terms of how we would move forward with this, because if you look at and I'm not going to take you through all of this, but if you look at the market, we actually see an opportunity to serve a market of crypto impact investors and donors that probably is in the 2 billion and a much larger ecosystem of donors as well. Our goal is to, among other things, become the good governance innovation leader on blockchain. As you know what's going on right now in the world with FTX, et cetera, all of this could have been avoided if we had good governance. It's not the blockchain that's the problem, it's leadership and governance, and that's what we want to do. So how does Safio work? We actually have a full process where you join. You can either make a commitment in fiat or in cryptocurrency. You then assign, if it's a charity, whether you're going to make an individual investment into an organization or a donor advised fund, and then you actually complete what is your assessment of the impact that you want to have. Throughout this process, you'll actually get a receipt at the end, and then the fun begins, because as you're actually moving that investment, we're tracking that through the blockchain and through smart contracts. And your stakeholders, who are also a part of the platform, have an opportunity to provide feedback to you, so that you're not just getting the result at the end of the year that tells you how dead the pig is. You're actually being able to be iterative and actually be a part of producing an impact that matters and that is measurable and auditable. So we have 2 phases here. Given the blood that's in the water right now because of FTX, we're going to focus first on the donor side of the opportunity. And what we have in the donor side is a 2-sided marketplace. So we build a proprietary donor funnel on Safio Society, and then that becomes a wonderful place for donors and family offices to connect with nonprofit vetted communities. Our whole framework is supported by this robust governance and monitoring platform that facilitates stakeholder engagement, because unless you're talking to your stakeholder, you don't know how that money is being used. And I have seen this happen in very, very, very real ways. It also has a significant impact in minimizing the consequence of graft and et cetera. Okay? I think that's it then. Thank you.
I'm going to, thank you so much. I'm going to pass the word to the jury over here.
Hello, thank you for your pitch. Can everybody hear me? Yes? Okay, thank you. Well, thank you for your pitch. Well, I think your pitch should also include what are you looking for, what type of phase in terms of life cycle are you in, and maybe in the perspective of the institution that receives the donative, what are the arguments that you have to approach them, because they will possibly have a tendency to have a direct relationship with the donor. They will want that, and so if they have an intermediary like you, how are your arguments to convince them of your utility? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Toby, for your presentation. Unfortunately, we were not able to see the whole pitch, which is super important for you to actually prepare according to the times that you have. And we also prepare our startups for pitching, and I know it's super hard, but it's a pity that we didn't get to reach at the end of your presentation. Interesting project. My concern is also the same that Antonio kind of highlighted. It's a tricky area where people have a lot of doubts, and why would they trust Safio? Who is Safio? How are you going to guarantee that they will know that with you everything will be safe? And you jumped on the table with terms like the blockchain and the smart contracts, but how exactly is the blockchain and the smart contracts helping this? And if it's necessary actually to bring this to the table or not, to understand the value proposition of Safio. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your pitch. Being the third one speaking, I agree with what they have said so far. I have just two remarks. I would think it's important to have a slide with your experience, your past experiences, and whoever else is involved on the project. That brings a lot of confidence. And which blockchain you're going to be using, I think for those that are involved on the industry, that matters a lot to know which blockchain. And just a third one, you've mentioned FTX a lot. I would speak less of that when I'm trying to pitch my idea. There's a lot of, as you said, blood in the water. There's a lot of bad connotations regarding FTX, and you want to avoid that feeling. No.
Only place for Toby again. My 2 cents about it. I'm not a fan of Emily in Paris, but I'm your fan. I like your pitch. Thank you so much. So guys, we're going to keep this show rolling. We're going to bring the next person to do the pitch. Actually, I'm assuming that he's Portuguese. Pedro Andrade from Ale.
Hello everyone, good evening. I'm Pedro. I'm a huge sports fan, and every other week I go to the stadium to watch a football match. The problem comes when I want to go for an away game, and it's very hard to get tickets, or either the ticket office is too far, I don't have sale information, there are limited purchasing options. And so we are targeting a problem for 2 types of customer. One for sports fan through our app to sell tickets, and another one for business to business to sports club so they can integrate each other using a global distribution system for our ticketing system. So our solution is ideally a sports ticket marketplace app where in real time people can buy individual or season tickets. They can transfer tickets between fans, regardless of sports, within all the clubs participating on the platform. In addition, we have the ability to manage the membership payments because usually clubs have this difficulty to charge memberships. So this is a snapshot from our architecture where we have our central system in the middle, and we intend to interconnect all the venues and sports club within the ecosystem. And for our competition, we have four main pillars of competition, but they don't work in an integrated way. So, or either we have a stadium or ticket offices, or we have online apps, we have online ticketing platforms, or generic marketplaces. So in this table, we highlight the main features that with the comparison with our competition. So the market value for global spectator sports will be around $38 billion by 2025. And our revenue streams are a transaction fee per ticket sold, a revenue share for the secondary marketplace, and a subscription plan for the clubs, which we will offer metrics and analytics for further insights. Our expansion plan right now, we are working with Liga 3. It's run by Federação Portuguesa de Futebol. We intend to expand either up for Liga 2 and down for the regional clubs. Our financial forecast for the next 3 years is this one. And our roadmap, right now we are running the MVP. We have already some clubs on board and we are running the MVP. And we are fine-tuning the solution in order for, on a short-term period, we launch it on production. Our growth plan is divided in two phases. The first one for consolidation, where we want to develop the technology and assure the team to scale the team. And the second phase, we will aim for growth, which will be around marketing and the sales. Our team, I'm the CEO and responsible for product development and delivery. My other co-founder is not here, but he's in charge of sales and marketing. And Diogo, he's a sales consultant. And Daniela, he's a social media consultant. Thank you very much.
The jury may have the word.
Thank you very much for your pitch. When I arrived, I noted down a few key things that I would like to see on the pitches, and I have to say you tackled all of them, which is good. It's the team, it's the idea, the problem, the growth potential, and the business model. I do have not a few questions, so to speak, but if you have considered any kind of regulatory issues for being reselling the tickets, because I'm aware that there's some legal constraints about those marketplaces.
Actually, we are not reselling tickets like in the black market. So the clubs are within us, within the ecosystem. So we resell the tickets according to their own rules for their policies. So imagine that you have, for example, a Benfica ticket that Benfica says this ticket can't be sold over 15% over. So we don't allow to resell the ticket over that price. So we are not reselling as a black market. So we are incorporating all the workflows and the policies established by each club.
Okay, cool. Thank you. That's it.
Thank you, Pedro, for the pitch. I already know you and I already know the project, but I'm going to try not to be very biased. So, well, your project, technologically speaking, it's not super complicated to develop as I see it. So really the trigger and the challenge here is the go-to-market and maybe also question a little bit the scalability. Because it's a marketplace. If you don't have the football clubs there, the people won't use your phones. So actually your B2C depends a lot on the B2B side, and the B2B side might also be very dependent on the regulations and ligas, and I'm not very football fan, so I don't know all the names. And also, how do you expand these to other markets? Because at the end of the day, it's a quite small market. Well, in Portugal, it's well developed, but still. So these are some of the concerns that I would raise.
Sure. For example, the first division in England has more tickets sold per year than the first division in Portugal, for example. So our global ticket in Portugal is less than 3.5 million tickets a year. But if we talk globally, or at least European, if we go for the top 5 championships, for example, in France or Spain, there are over 7,000 or 8,000 tickets a year that are sold. Our solution is not strictly for football, or is for team sports. So we can say, like, we can go for ice hockey in Canada or cricket in India. So we can expand to many sectors. And also one of our strengths is not strictly the business to consumer, but also the business to business, because we want to have the ability for the clubs to have internal workflow between them. So one club can sell the other club's tickets when it's an away match seamlessly. So I'm a Porto fan. I can buy tickets to see Benfica Porto in Porto's app or site without having to go to Benfica's website or web app. So this is our main concern. It's our main focus within the business-to-business solution.
Pedro, thank you very much for your pitch. Very complete approach. You gone through all the issues. I think I would like to see. This is a theme that everybody, I think, knows a little bit about their own experience of going online and buying a ticket to a show or somebody else. You compared your proposal with other ones that are very common and very used. I would have liked to see more about the user experience and how do you provide better features and different experience to everybody that would be a possible user of your app. So I think you should work in your pitch in showing more what does this mean about user experience and how would the final user interact with the application. Congratulations.
Okay, thank you very much.
I'm a big football fan. I played football when I was young and fit, not now. And you are a Porto fan, right?
No, I was just simulating. I'm a Sporting fan.
Yeah, because you're wearing green. I was going to ask you that.
But I also have blue inside. So.
I wish you all the success for your app, okay? But not for a football team, because I'm from the best one, okay? A round of applause for him over here as well. Now we're going to bring, actually, I believe it's going to be someone who's going to be talking to you remotely. You can watch the pitch from the screen over here. Fahima Fahari with Wise Shot.
Hi, everyone. And I'm so happy for being with you tonight remotely. So I'm going to share my screen. Sorry. Okay. So can you see my screen now? Yes. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see you.
Okay, I will start. Um, so let me go from the start. Welcome to my pitch for WhiteShot, a learning path sharing platform. After 2 decades of online learning and having abundance of learning content, now we have new challenges in this industry. For learners, we have lack of direction, community, and learning track. For instructors, content creation is still time-consuming and difficult. WhiteShot is a learning path sharing platform that helps learners have a path for developing new skills, a community to interact, a gamified learning journey, and a learning map for having a clear overview of their path. Also, WhiteShot helps instructors to collaborate with AI and to automate content ideation, curriculum development, and content co-creation. So our vision is to be the world's leading source of self-growth and empowerment. Also, WhiteShot provides personalized recommendation for reskilling, upskilling, and also finding right pairs and advisors. Our B2C learners are Gen Zers and millennials who are lifelong learners, who are looking for career changes, deepening a particular subject, or starting their first career. Our advisors are professional online instructors, those who are experienced in their fields, and university professors or offline instructors. Our corporate learning solution is in the pilot phase. We connect fit experts to corporates for planning and curating specific learning paths for their employees and customers. For competitors, the market is presented in 2 axes: content to curation, individual to community. WhiteShot is focusing on community and curation. As you can see, the content segment is already a red ocean. For the size of actually opportunity, for the first phase that is focusing on Gen Z and millennial is $3.25 billion. And our business model is B2B and B2C subscription and B2B affiliate. For marketing, we have 3 strategies. Collaboration with online and offline instructors and influencers, partnership with governmental organizations, the same customer target businesses, and also content strategy for organic search and social. Our achievements so far are plus 300 signups, plus 50 learning passes, and plus 400 past steps. I'm Fahima, co-founder and CEO of WhiteShot, and it's been more than 8 years that I'm working with my co-founder, Sina, who is our CTO as well. We are raising pre-seed of $800K for 10%. And also we got accepted to Portugal startup program and signed our contracts with AntMe Porto incubator, and we are waiting for our visa. Thank you for your time.
Fahim, I don't know if you can switch. You can see the jury over there. Can you switch a little bit? There you go, so that she can see. There you go.
Yes.
Hi, Fahima. Thank you very much for your pitch. As a comment and feedback for the pitch, I would say that sometimes try to pass across too many messages in just 3 minutes can be complicated. So I did have some struggle with actually keep following with the pitch, so it was not very clear for me at what stage your platform enters, if it will allow to actually connect me to identify the courses and learning that are already available, and there are plenty of them already available, or if you are actually going to be another one. And if you are another one, I didn't see that also reflected in the competition. So I would have additional questions that unfortunately we don't have today to make you, but yeah, I wish you all the best. Thank you for sharing it.
Thank you so much for your presentation, Fahima. Just a few comments. I believe it would be beneficial to have a clear identification of the problem that you are trying to solve. We understood, or at least I understood the idea, not exactly the problem with the other platforms. Would also be important to have some snapshots, as Antonio was saying on the previous pitch, some snapshots of the product itself, as it's already on a pilot. I'm sure there's already something that you could have shown. And regarding your advantage over the competitions on the slide you showed, it was very clear that YouTube and Google, you position them as your competitors. This might cause some confusion when you are showcasing your product, as YouTube being a streaming platform, Google searching engine. I could not really understand the connection there. But other than that, thank you for showing.
Thank you. Can I answer any question?
Fahima, if it's quick, it's supposed to be a comment panel, so we would give your comments, but well, we are flexible, so if you want to comment, okay.
No, okay, that's fine, because I thought, because for the actually presented, it was question and answer, but for me just comment, I thought maybe I can answer some questions.
Well, okay, but you have the opportunity to answer if you want, okay.
Yeah, so for competitors, I like to say that you know, we have direct and indirect competitors. So, and I just when I draw these axes, it's just for presenting the market. This is the market that we have when we want to look at online learning. So we cannot actually remove YouTube and Google. It doesn't mean that we are competing with them, but they are in the market. So we have to know in which location they are positioning themselves and how we want to differentiate ourselves from them. And regarding the first point, that in which state is the product is in the market. We are in MVP phase. So you can actually search on WhiteShot for different learning paths. But we are actually developing our marketing and for having more visors on our platform, and also improving our co-creation. You know, one of our differentiation is that for instructors like Udemy and Coursera, creation is very classical. So you just record and actually share it on the platform. But on VoiceChat, it's co-creation with GPT, and so the part of the process is collaboration with AI. It's not just creating like a classical and uploading. And also for curriculum. And another thing is that we have, beside learning paths, we have a learning map. It's like a compass that you can see in which state of learning are you. For example, I'm Fahima, I studied MBA, but I want to go to product design. So I have a traction on which path I'm moving. It's not just, for example, classical dashboard that's okay, these are my courses. No, you have a map that you can track yourself on that map. And this map is under development.
Okay, Fahima, thank you very much. I would just stress out what we heard from my colleagues here in the panel. For me, I think you should use better the 3 minutes that you got to your pitch, because at the end, I really didn't understand quite well exactly what your product and your platform do. Now, with the answers that you give, it's more clear, but you should present it at first very clear in the first 3 minutes that you had. And I think, well, the competition analysis, really, you should improve that, because it's a little bit scary if you put YouTube and Google as your competitors. I understood after the answers that you gave that they are not your direct competitors, but well, the most important thing that you should do at your pitch, in your pitch, is to differentiate yourself from your direct competitors. And that was not clear, and I would suggest that you work on that. Thank you, Fahima. Let's move to the next one.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Faima. By the way, this is there's going to be some people that are going to be basically presenting remotely the pitches as well, which sometimes can be also a bit harder to do. I did stand-up comedy in 2020 remotely, believe it or not, by Zoom, and it was a weird sensation sometimes to do that instead of being in presence. So we're going to keep on this. We're going to actually have another presential one. I want to make sure that I'm not going to butcher anyone's names. Reza Arani, and he's going to present us Prixmond Tehauti. You have to put over here. Round of applause for him as well.
Hello, good evening. As all we know, agriculture was an important matter since 10,000 years ago. We, as humankind, cultivate too many different type of crops. But let's take a deep look at how the traditional agriculture is working now. 60% water wastage, 40% yield loss or low quality products, and 30% soil erosion since last 40 years. These are the results for the traditional agriculture. Also, if I want to get a little bit deeper to the matter, as you see, we see the reasons are weather problems, pest problems, maybe soil issues, and also the wrong managerial decision is the important matter. So we decided to combine this ages-old industry with new technology to provide a solution for farmers and different companies to improve the quality of the farming. We, as a highly experienced team, use technologies like AI, machine learning, satellite images, basically remote sensing, to improve the quality of farming, and also we will help the farmers to produce much more high-quality products. Our platform will help farmers to manage the water consumption, maybe fertilizers, and also this platform is not just all about the quality and quantity. This platform helps the farmers to prevent the destruction of products and goods. You know, this platform can help farmers to tell them something is wrong with that part of your land, and maybe you have the pest attacks, and these notifications will help the farmers to improve the quality. If I want to talk about the market size, as all we know, there are more than 100 million hectares of arable lands in Europe. So in our midterm goal is to reach 1%, at least 1% of this market. And the good part is the business and how we can make money. We have made it very simple, €1 per hectare. Also, we divided our clients to two main groups and three different clusters. First, we want to serve farmers, as I explained already, to improve the quality of the farming. And also, on the other hand, we can provide data to enterprises. You know, as all we know, data is the most valuable asset which we have in these days. Imagine, let me explain it quickly. Imagine an insurance company can check the risks of the lands and the behavior of the farmers, and maybe they can give them more discount or maybe ask some fines. Competition. It's a tight market, and as all you see, you know, we have a, you are right now providing the other people, and this is, new market, but every different type of companies has different type of products. They will use their own, algorithms. They will use their own methodology of serving to the customers, and they're looking for different type of client. So what makes us different? Our platform is AI-based, affordable recommendation system without need of devices for farm monitoring. As all we know, the most expensive part of the smart agriculture is spending a lot for the drones or maybe IoT sensors. We have done our best to change it and replace it with AI and machine learning. About the investment, since 2022, we were looking for €150,000, but we did not reach that goal, but we reached at the acceptable point of the raising the funds. Also, we are looking for more €450,000 until the end of 2025, and we want to spend it on marketing and branding and those matters. We have a great team. We are like a shooting stars. We have great people in business management. We have information technology. Also, we have in agriculture and space technologies. Thank you very much. And this was my help. Please scan the barcode to be in touch together.
Thank you, Reza, for your presentation. Very clear presentation about what you do. I'd like to suggest you that you explore a little bit more about AI applying to agriculture. This is a very different and interesting approach. I think there's a lot to do in this field. Maybe also some competition analysis and differentiation analysis. You could complement your pitch with that. But congratulations, I liked it a lot.
Thank you so much.
Hello,
Hello
it's
again.
nice to see you again. I already knew also you and the project. I think it's a very interesting sector that we will start to see more and more solutions. I also think that you should have maybe used a use case or something that will guide us a little bit more through the problem or the farmers, and also how you're going to sell these to the farmers or to, I know, 3 minutes. Yeah, but for example, you mentioned, I wrote here, improve the quality of the farming with your solution, but how exactly, you know, because it's nice that
Managing
you...
fertilizers, water consumption, and there are too many things.
But how is the AI and the satellite or whatever,
can check the
how is the
behavior.
technology directly connected to to these values? But yeah.
We will provide it in our next. But if I want
absolutely.
to explain it to you, you know, we have access to years of satellite images, so we can use the machine learning, and we have trained model. This is the good part of the project. We can use feed the data to the models, and we can generate the reports. That's awesome part.
Thank you so much. This that you just said made a lot of things clear. Should have been said on the 3 minutes for sure. I believe that you listed the problems very well. I believe that this area is a key area for the future of agriculture and industry. And I think it would be beneficial to see on the presentation what would be, if me as an agriculture, how would it look like to have a solution like yours? What do I need to do? Now I understand, you mentioned that you have several years of data. You've mentioned that there's no investment on hardware, nothing like that. But I had a question, okay, so how does it work? How do I get your solution on my land?
But the website, they can just go there and sign up for the website, and we will launch the project exactly within next 2 days, 2 or 3 days at the beginning of the new year. So they just go to the website and sign up. The good part is we have access to years and years history of the data. So you don't have to go to start the monitoring from right now. So we have the background. That's a good part even for the maybe enterprises, for the insurance companies. So they can check the behavior because it's already exists. So this is the way that people can use the platform.
Got it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And Reza, at the beginning, I saw that you have actually mentioned the importance of water waste and everything also as well. This is also could be useful for some people here in Lisbon, that every time it's raining, they complain a lot. Tá a chover novamente. Just shut up, it rains sometimes, okay? It's good for the planet. Okay, very good, thank you, Reza. Round of applause for him as well. We're going to continue. And I'd like to ask to come on stage, I don't want to butcher the last name, Georges L. Corey. Is that it? It's going to be over here. Did I butcher your name, George?
No, yes, my name is George El Khoury.
El Khoury, there we go, from Workle. Thank you so much. Round of applause for him.
Hey, hello everyone, hola. I learned a bit of Portuguese when I was at the Web Summit this year. It was amazing. I have to say, I really envy you guys because Lisbon is one of the best cities I visited. So amazing. And today I want to present to you work. Let me share my screen. Please tell me if you can see my screen.
On the screen.
You can see it? Okay, yes, because I don't see you, so I don't know the reaction. All right, so as I said, I'm George. I'm co-founder and CEO. Also with me, my co-founder is Christian. We both work together to create Rolk. I have a background of 20 years in communication and design, and Christian has a development company of more than 20 people. So the world of business today has changed. The pandemic hit us all, but it brought with it a positive impact on employers as much as on employees. The employer adopted remote work and home office, even the traditional CEO, and the employee embraced the concept of remote work with all its benefits. The employer understood that the productivity score went up, and the employee preferred flexible work option to a raise. The problem is employers are losing top talent today to companies that offer flexible and diverse remote work experiences. 55% of employees said they will quit if they are not allowed to continue remote work. So we found an opportunity. Office space is not always being used. 46% of companies are currently utilizing only half of their available office space, or even less. So there's a value in that. We want to leverage this unused office space to host. What is unused by one company can be used by another. In a survey we conducted, 70% of companies stated they are willing to host employees from other companies. And this is why we created Work. Work is the first B2B platform for desk surfing. Employees can travel the world and use unused office space from other companies. In this way, employees will work remotely in a reliable office infrastructure. They will never be alone and will have access to the local community. And they will enjoy longer vacations because they are hosted for free. They can also swap or share flats to reduce their travel costs. Companies will increase retention and attract new talent. They will activate unused desks and boost employer branding, and they will open opportunities for business synergies. And Work will build a global business community that offers flexible, affordable, and interactive remote working experiences for companies and their employees. Where do we stand today? We launched our beta actually at the Web Summit in November 2022. We have companies from 8 countries that joined so far on our platform. Today, subscription is free for companies. In the future, it will be a freemium model, and employees will always pay nothing. What we're looking for is a pre-seed and seed investment to scale. We also partnered with other companies that work for remote. So to make it easier, we have Genki as an insurance partner for remote workers and Citizen Remote to simplify visa processes. And also we can generate transactional revenue streams through these partnerships. We believe that employees can also be digital nomads, and we want to open the world for them. And if you believe that too, please sign up your company today at work.com, or you can also join our diversity exchange program in spring summer 2023, where we connect 2 cities, 2 companies through a work experience. You can write us at diversity@work, and for investment, of course, you can write me. I'm George at work.com. Thank you.
George, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear
Great.
you.
Thank you so much for your presentation. I believe it was a very well structured. You passed a lot of key messages. I love the idea for sure. Would be interesting to see a bit more about your business model. You said that it was free for now. It will evolve into a freemium model. But
Yep.
having a few more details about how you're going to charge something that give us an idea. And I would also put a lot more emphasis on what are the benefits for the companies, because maybe I misunderstood, but for the companies will be paying for this service, and it's not evident to me the return that they will have for themselves, for their employees. I can see the potential in a very good society. I don't see the benefits for the company itself that will be buying this solution. Other than that, I loved it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, George. I also agree. In terms of pitch, it was very good. Like the pace of the pitch is as important as everything else, and you had a great pace. And in the beginning, we were just here listening to you, and it was matching perfectly with what the slides were showing. So that's match sometimes also doesn't happen. So very good, positive feedback here in terms of how you are pitching. I also liked a lot the idea. It seems very interesting. It's very about like future of work. So it's also a current trend and what companies will be looking for into the future. And yeah, I also agree that I would like to understand more in terms of the business model and how actually the value is perceived for, and the willingness to pay for the solution and the return.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, George. I really liked your pitch. It was very concise, very. I liked the pauses. I liked the rhythm. It was really super. So congratulations. I would add only one slide about business model. Just a very short presentation on who gains with this model in the perspective of the company, in the perspective of the employee, in the perspective of the digital nomad. And also, I think it's very, in my mind, my first reaction to this was, well, if I'm an investor and I will put money in this is still an area of a lot of uncertainty. We don't really know what companies are going to adopt as the final model, if the hybrid model will be the winner. But the real estate pressure and the real estate market and business are very dynamic. So they are presenting solutions to companies that have spare spaces. And so I would suggest you to present the advantages that your model bring to the host company vis-a-vis the option of going to the real estate market and put that space available and try to make some profit out of it in traditional workspace rentals or something like that. Other than that, congratulations, great pitch.
Thank you. Thanks for your feedback, all of you. May I add one thing just very fast? I love it. I think I will add a business model slide. I took it out because it was only 3 minutes. Nevertheless, the main key factor for companies in this model is that they have retention for the employees. It's always focused on the employee. In this case, we want to make sure that they become digital nomads and accepted in different, places, and they come back to their companies with open-mindedness and amazing employer branding content.
Great pitch, George.
Thank you.
And if it goes ahead, perhaps we're going to lose that thing like sometimes there's a meeting by Zoom and you hear in the background, "Mommy, mommy, I need to do poo-poo," if this goes ahead as well. We're going to bring the next one on stage right now. Big round of applause for Ana Rita for Hybrid.
Okay. Hi, I'm Ana Rita. I am CEO and one of the co-founders of Hybrid. So let's all start by remembering the last time you really had to run to catch that last train home. And when you stop, the air burns in your lungs and you can't really catch your breath. No air in and no air out. And that is exactly what an asthma patient feels every time they have an asthma attack. But why are we talking about asthma? Well, asthma is the most common respiratory chronic disease in the world, and it's a disease of young people, and it's responsible for 400,000 deaths per year. We do have effective medication, fortunately, and it works. However, half of our patients forget to take it, and more than 80% of them don't do it correctly. So after seeing this daily in my medical practice, I partnered with a biomedical engineer and a computer scientist, and together we created Hybrid. So Hybrid is a medical device, and it has 3 parts. We have the physical medical device that attaches directly to the inhaler the patient already uses, collects data, and transmits it to our app. And this allows the patient real-time monitoring. The same data is also made available to their doctors through our patient management platform. So what do? We tell the patient when they did their medication and when they are supposed to do it, and we tell them if they did it right. So we give inhaling efficacy. Also, our algorithm will combine specific data of each patient and suggest them potential triggers they can actively prevent. So healthcare units want us because we save them time and money, and the patients need us because we will cut in half their asthma attacks and increase their quality of life. So how will this work? Hospitals on the first phase will buy the product from us and they will pay retail price, and then they will make them available to their patients, and they can do it free or they can ask for a price of their patients. Then on a second phase, we want to sell directly to the consumer through our online store and also pharmacies. And then our little pot of gold, our data. This data is valuable to pharmaceuticals, to healthcare companies, and even to the government, and it can impact healthcare policies even. So right now, we already have 30 million people with asthma in Europe and 1 million in Portugal, and 60% of them already use inhalers compatible with our product. So what do? To make this happen, we need 500,000 euros for the next 2 years. We already have our prototype being produced, and our next steps are testing it in a clinical environment, working on our CE regulations, and then enter the market by 2024. And our team is ready. We combine technical and medical knowledge. So join us and let's make it easier for asthma patients to breathe. Thank you.
Anahita, thank you very much for the pitch. It was also perfect timing and perfect rhythm. Also very interesting product. I think the main questions that pop in my mind currently is like, how are the doctors going to look at the solution, how they will trust or not, and how much time they will actually have to additionally have to look into the data, and how is this going to work, and also in terms of compliance of the data, how you collect the data, who will have access to the data, and protection for the patients, as currently it's also a thing. Like me as a patient, I have the right to protect my own situation and data and etc. But you should know much more about this than I. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Anna. Great pitch. I already know the project. You did it in the perfect timing. I think you had an excellent set of information here. I would only add, because this is a sector where you need that, I would add two things. One, performance. So how do you compare the performance with this, with a traditional device? Where is it better? Data, numbers, you should have that here, because the medical performance of this, I think it's the key aspect of the thing. The second one, even if you are in a trial, I'm sure that you can manage to have some doctor, some medical that can speak well about the product, that has his own experience of using a test device or a pilot device, and can give a testimony and make it credible also by the voice of a doctor or somebody that is a third party that can speak with property about the issue. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And Rita, thank you very much. I fully agree with what was said so far. The rhythm, the presentation was on point. I just have a few points that I'd like to reinforce. The first one has to do with the data, and how are you going to protect the medical data? What are you going to be doing with the data? As you said on one of the last slides, it can be one of the sources of revenue. So being medical data that is relevant. There was a point that I found curious, and this can be lack of context, but you said that you can reduce the asthma attacks by 50%, and on the last slide you say you're going to start the clinical trials. Someone might ask, how did you reach those 50%? And being the first idea here today with some sort of hardware would be relevant to know some metrics about this hardware, where it's made, the costs, how can it be scalable. But other than that, I love it, and keep on saving asthma attacks. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Rita, thank you so much. They were complimenting your rhythm, and also I complimented as well. You look like the Eminem of pitch today, and they're just bam, 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 which is actually cool, because when I'm trying to sing Eminem on karaoke, I have asthma attack after 2 lines, you know, I'm mom spaghetti, you know, okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Round of applause for Anahita over here as well. Now, do we have Alex already? Alex, can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay, so now we have Alex Materukin with Almater ST. Round of applause for him as well.
Okay. Tell me, please, can you see my screen? Hello. Yes, okay. So I'm Alex, I'm a CEO of Drip Catcher Project, an AI-based solution for analyzing sleep problems, eliminating insomnia, and the consequences of post-traumatic stress disorder. As you know, in the world, there is a lot of people, about 15 or 30% of human population suffers from insomnia. It's about 1.5 billion people. Also, about 6% of the world population, or almost 1.5 billion people, suffers from consequences of post-traumatic stress disorders as a result of social, economic, and political cataclysm, wars, revolutions, uprising, and so on. So we have researching about the number of people who suffers from insomnia and PTSD. So this information will be used in our further marketing policy. So what is the solution? We offer the providing everyone with access to convenient tool for analyzing and monitoring sleep, effectiveness of which is confirmed by a validation system based on artificial intelligence algorithm. Why now? At the present, as you know, given the growing involvement of the world community in the war conflict in Ukraine, and also given the impending recession, the project is becoming increasingly relevant. So, what is our project? We have launched the international portal, web portal that conducts research on sleep problems and the possibility of correcting this problem with binaural rhythms, binaural beats, audio files. Also is being developed the wearable device with built-in EEG sensors and earbuds, headphones for more efficient correction of sleeping problems. Total market size at the moment is about $30 billion and it will grow to 2027 to almost $200 billion. Also, only in Europe, the spending on health and medical and fitness mobiles increased from 2020 to the current moment, and now it's total at $500 million. Well, we are not the first on the market. There is a lot of competitors, and the closest competitor is Dream Project. It is a startup from France. They also use the artificial intelligence for analyze and solve sleeping problems, and they use wearable device. They was founded in 2014, and at the moment they attract about 57 million euros of investments. The other competitor is Sleep Up Project from Brazil. They also working on the artificial intelligence algorithm for solving the problems of sleeping, but our difference that we use the binaural beats and not only audio files, we also make the validation system with our artificial intelligence will be validate the correction of these files. Our roadmap we plan to launch at December of 2022, and starting with beta testing our technology. Then we go to open market and go globally. At the summer, we plan to start the pre-selling of our wearable device on crowdfunding platforms like Kickstarter and Indiegogo. And I think in April 2024, we plan to go to B2B market, because our artificial intelligence algorithm will be learned by this researching with on B2C market, and then we will offer this license software to another medical and researching centers who working with sleep problems. Our business model is divided in 3 parts. So it is subscription model with $10 per month sales of wearable equipment with profit from each unit is about $50, and also in-app advertising for all users. Our estimated financials, we plan to break over 5 within 9 months, and plan to make the monthly turnover about $20 million after 2 years after start the project. Our team, I'm a serial entrepreneur with more than 15 years of international consulting, microfinancing, international trading, and so on. My co-founder Pavel, he works with post-traumatic stress disorders with participants of local war conflicts, and he is our scientific background. And also our CTO Alex, who has experience with the high-load systems and big data sets. So now we're raising investments for conducting final researching to confirm the hypothesis, launching the production of the wearable device, make more efficient marketing and market entry, and we're looking for about 200K euros. Thank you very much. You can get our contacts and I am waiting for your questions. Thank you.
Alex, thank you so much for the presentation. Overall, I believe I got the point. I have just a few comments I'd like to make. So you start the presentation saying that that the whole concept is about sleep issues and post-traumatic stress disorder. From my understanding, and I'm by no means an expert, PTSD is a whole world by its own, and I think what you are trying to solve is the sleeping issue of the post-traumatic stress disorder. I would narrow it down to sleep to keep the focus on that. Regarding the competitors, so you show on the table that the only thing differentiating you from the biggest competitor has to do with the validated studies on the audio files. And you also say that they have raised 57 million so far. So I would put some more emphasis on this thing that you do different than them, because from the table, it's the only difference has to do with these audio files. I would explain it a bit better. As for the market size, you talked about fitness apps, you talked about wearables, you talked about a few things that I think can bring some confusion about what exactly you are comparing yourself to. It's either fitness apps, it's sleeping apps, or what exactly is the comparison. Other than that, thank you so much for the presentation.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Alex. I also agree with the points of Eduardo. I actually would like to also eventually understand better how the AI also model is actually working and connected with it, because it was not super clear for me how actually the solution works. So I know there is the device. I put the device in my head. I already see that it might be comfortable in my pillow to have this device. That I don't know how do you overcome also this issue if the person is already sleeping problems. How comfortable actually it is to use the product, and then what is actually the effect that will make me pay for a subscription? What do I get in a monthly subscription from this collection and of data? And talking about data also in comparison to the competition, as you know, AI models and everything, the more information you are able to collect, the better. And to have a competitor that it's already in the market since almost 10 years, it's actually quite difficult. It will be interesting later to understand better what they are doing in terms of the AI model and etc. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. Congratulations for your pitch. I think you went quite well with the environmental issues, with the things that are outside the, let's say, your specific product, but you should go a little bit in depth with specifically what does your product do and present and differentiate from the others. So there's a lot of data about what others do. I think your competitive analysis shows that, even the investment that the other ones do. That's a little bit scary, because you are now entering and there's already competitors that already are heavily invested and are doing the same with we don't know if it's a small difference or a big difference, as Eduardo was saying, so you should go deeper on that. So I would put a little bit more emphasis on your specific offer, on your specific process, and what does it make difference from the others, and try to explain it a little bit more. It was, for me, it was a little bit confusing. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you so much. Alex was talking about the importance of a good night's sleep. That's extremely important. So that you guys have an idea, usually I look like Brad Pitt, but today I didn't sleep so much, so I look like Yoda. So we're going to continue now with Felipe Fernandes with Wincredible.
Hello, can you hear me? Yeah, good. So I'll just pay attention to the turbine, please. Yeah. So, hello everybody, I'm Philip from Wincredible. It's very nice to meet you. I'll just propose a simple exercise. By a show of hands, how many of you want to go green, produce energy, green energy? How many of you want to do that? Yeah, good. How many of you actually have solar panels? Good. And how many of you have batteries on those solar panels? Yeah, so that's one of the main challenges of our current green energy production going on for micro consumption. So solar panels are very effective during the day, but they miss the most common or the most peak point of consumption. And to solve that problem, you have to invest a lot of money. So we are figuring out a way to complement solar, but not competing, and also helping you go green the way you want. So we are building micro wind turbines specialized for urban environment, and which operate really easily. So we install it on a rooftop, someplace windy, you connect it to a socket or to the electrical grid, and you let it spin, and you save money. So it's easy as that. Our vertical patent design was developed by Nelson, our CTO, in 3 universities in Portugal. It is efficient, silent, and low maintenance. So this is especially developed for urban environments, but it's very generalized. It can be applied in many other places. We are building 3 sizes, one for personal applications, one for urban environments like community of renewable energies, and one for big applications such as offshore or industry. Our biggest selling point is that with 1 turbine of our medium size, you can save up 400 euros a year. And this is the difference, that we produce averagely all day long. In the night, it's a little bit higher, depending on the place, but this is the biggest findings and our biggest selling point. Currently, the microwind global market is valued at 7 billion and expected to grow to 17 by 2030, numbers that can range a little bit higher due to the crisis that we are living in. We are aiming to sell business to business with optional installation. Moving forward and developing the product, we'll sell directly to customers, and later on we'll sell our licensing and production rights and install our own turbines and produce and sell our own energy. That's our main goals for the future. I would take into consideration or point out the levelized cost of electricity is very competitive. It can go even lower, which is something that stands out for being a clean energy source with this price. We are now building and scaling up our prototype. We are looking for partners to develop our first pilot projects, and we will deliver an MVP by the end of next year. So this is our team. I'm leading the business side. Nelson is leading the technology development. Antonio is handling operations, and Marvin is handling the manufacturing. So we're looking for partners to validate our products and to test it out in as many different environments as possible. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Philippe, for the presentation. Oh, it's working. I think overall my main question that I had throughout the whole presentation was, what about competition? What about competition? Because I already saw a couple of pitches that they have similar solutions. So it will be important to actually include these in a presentation like this, because for VCs like us, like we already seen some projects, and so it seems that it's just one more, you know. And how do you differentiate? And time to market here can also be extremely important to understand more. For example, why it's going to take you 1 year to actually develop the MVP.
Thank you, Philippe. Well, congratulations. I know your project, and you had a great participation in Road to Web Summit this year. I would also like to see more data of comparing performance with your competitors. So I understood that you are able to make some improvements in terms of energy costs and all that, but you should compare it with alternative solutions that you know in the market. I really think that a key issue to you is market timing and entering the market. So I would do all that you can to identify the profile of your partners. What type of partners do you want? What type of adding value do you want besides money? Because money, it's available, I think, everywhere, but you all need, on top of money, something that can put your solution in the market quickly, being used. And that is, I think, key issues for you. Congratulations for your pitch.
Thank you very much for the pitch. Just a few comments following up on what was said already that I fully agree, but just a bit more focus on the competition and how better you are regarding the competition. Yeah, sorry, thanks. As for the business model and the costs that you have building each one of these, that is important to know. And the relevant aspect, you mentioned that this can save you up to 400 euros a year. I think this would be a very relevant metric for the B2B segment. For the B2C, I would focus more on the ESG side of the thing. How could companies actually improve their carbon footprint with these kind of solutions? And the last comment would be comparing this to solar. I'm sure the data that was on the graphics was relevant, but putting it more easy to actually measure the difference, like how much money do you save a year with the solar panel? Say 200 euros. With this, you save 400. Gets more the point across. Other than that, perfect.
He's going to bring away the sculpture from Joana Vasconcelos. Bring it away over there. By the way, I did a joke because I already met with Incredible, actually. I'm not going to repeat that joke because I'm an artist. I'm going to tell you that, Flip, you should always go green unless if you support Sporting. In that case, there are other colors, okay, that you should go for. I'm going to go and bring the next one. We only have 2 more pictures. Let's bring a very warm applause for Teresa Ferreira for Nimber. Let's for her.
Oh, thank you. Obrigada. Tão baixo, certo? Okay, thank you so much for having me. I just wanted to give you a heads up that Nimber is the company behind MedB, the brand, and I'm super excited to be here today to show you a little bit more about MedB, which is a company or brand that wants to bring people and healthcare together. Okay, so we go through our phones and very quickly we can find restaurants, bars, hotels, even nail salons. But how is it possible that, for example, I want to go to a doctor and I don't know where to search or how to find one that meets my needs? Sorry. There are too many possibilities and too much information online. Sure, we can Google it, but there is just an enormous list of doctors, clinics, practices, and hospitals. I want to have answers such as, who is the best dentist or physical therapist near me? Is my insurance covered? Is he experienced in my problem? For example, I wanted to do a whitening treatment the other day and I couldn't find the right dentist. And how do I book an appointment? These are the questions that we have when we need to find an healthcare provider. For foreigners that we have here in our audience as well, it's even more difficult because to make a booking, either we go to an hospital or it's very difficult to find someone that speaks in English or in any other language. People want to find what they need, when they need it, and where they need it. And they want to have reviews and opinions and know references from people that they trust, especially when it comes to something so personal as our health. So if we have something as successful as Zomato for restaurants, booking for hotels, we think it makes sense to have something even more sensitive to our health, and that allows us to help in this process. So this is where MedBee comes up. This is a solution that brings together people and healthcare providers, being it doctors, clinics, hospitals, in all information in one app. So you will find information about what is available, how much does it cost to have an appointment, how to book an appointment, and pretty much how to make a safe decision according to your peers as well. All this in one place. This brings benefits to the patients, but also to the providers. In terms of the patients, we have a platform where we can manage our bookings, we have full information, we have ratings and reviews, but also we can have benefits for each of the booking that we do from the app. In addition, this is the main point that differentiates MedBee. We are working on an algorithm that, based on our data, can provide preventive health tips, suggestions, and for example, suggest a checkup that you should do. There's somewhere that you can go to do it near your area, for example. In terms of providers, it comes as a marketing channel. It's a digital booking management tool, and also it allows to have KPIs and reports based on the booking management service as well. We have a diverse team. We have an engineer, an IT expert. I myself am from marketing, a designer, and also an expert in digital health. And so far, we are working on building the prototype. We also have the database being constructed so that we can have an MVP in the beginning of next year. Also, what we are searching for is for investors so that we can amplify this team, invest in marketing, and also in the platform. In terms of revenue model, it will always be free for users with some possibilities of having some additional services, but it's free for users, and also it's going to be a freemium service for the providers. So it will come as a digital marketing platform that will have a cost, also a booking management, but the practitioners are free to subscribe, to enlist themselves. But if they want, for example, to reply to an opinion, to send a message to a client or anything, this will come with a cost. In addition, there are also subscription fees for other services, such as advertisement on the platform, integration with pharmacies and insurance companies, and others. So this is MedBee. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you have any other questions that you would like to see answered, just contact me or Rui Ferreira. Thank you.
Hello, Teresa. Thank you for your pitch. Well, this is a complicated area to work in because, as you know, hospitals and doctors are really, I don't know if there's anyone present here, but are really difficult people to manage. Well, introducing a platform that rates doctors where you can post a comment and evaluate on your common sense the work of such a specific technician in health sector, I think it's really a tough job. So, well, key to this type of project, I've seen, I think I've already met 2 projects like this that failed. So you should maybe look to it and try to see what can you learn from them. Learning from failures, it's important. Well, I think the key aspects here are how do you create a network of hospitals and a network of physicians that adopt your platform and that use them and give them traction and recognition in order to be used by a lot of end users, of consumers or patients, let's say. Well, and in your pitch you don't talk about that, so I think it should be very important to do that. And maybe some other more specific aspects. It's a very generalistic pitch, so you could use some more specific information about how do you already worked with these entities, with hospitals, with physicians, with final customers, with all that, and how do you learn from their experience, and how do they see this working in the future? Thank you.
Thank you, Teresa, and congrats for the pitch. Regarding the pitch, I would just have like one comment. There was one slide that you spent like more than 1 minute on it. I would suggest actually to divide this slide into several slides and guide us through. It seems like, oh, there's more. Oh, what's coming next? You know, it's actually, a tip. I also agree that there are a lot of issues here in terms of working with doctors and rating them. Also, even maybe sharing the prices so openly, because it's still also something that it's not as transparent as I think it should be. So in that sense, I think it could be interesting. But also my biggest question is why now? And here I have doubts, because in the big cities, what we see is that the big health groups are accumulating more and more of the market, and in the small cities, it still works a lot with referrals and maybe some also difficulties in actually downloading an app to do it and all of that. So I would question also the why now? Why is this the right timing for a project like yours?
Thank you, Teresa, for the presentation. I think it was there were some clear things, others not so much. I'm not entirely sure if you are trying to build a LinkedIn for health professionals or a Zomato for the industry. There's, I believe, maybe it's somewhere in the middle of that. I would also raise a bit of awareness about the privacy or the fear that the people will have sharing their experiences. Your example is a no-brainer. Teeth whitening. I mean, no one is ashamed of that, especially if it goes good. But I would say most of the things people would not be so keen to share their experiences, good or bad. So adding an extra of anonym, I don't know how to say it in English, but to make it anonymous, exactly, that would maybe be beneficial. And something that I would like to have seen is how do you propose to rate the medical staff? Like, what would be the criteria? Patient died or not? Obviously, no. But what KPIs would you be measuring to actually score a doctor? That would be relevant to see here. Other than that, thank you and good luck. Yeah.
Very good. Teresa was talking about the importance of dentists, for instance, and in Lisbon there's a big problem. It's called Calçada Portuguesa, Portuguese sidewalk, not the good. You are ready for the last one? So João Campaniço for Permi. Round of applause.
Hello, everyone. I'm João. I'm a co-founder and CEO of Pormi. I'm actually going to start with a question to you all. Anyone here likes to eat cereal for breakfast? None? Okay. Do you put milk in the cereal or not? Okay. Imagine if you didn't. You become dry, right? And you get thirsty. So with animals, it's the same thing. When they eat a dry kibble, they get thirsty. So, but why is this a problem? Because cats have a desertic origin, so they don't drink water intuitively. So this becomes a big problem because they get a disease called chronic kidney disease. Okay. Yeah, and 1 out of 3 cats above 5 years old dies with this disease. This is quite a big pain for the owner, as you can imagine, because their cat dies and the family goes through a lot of pain, and financially one, because you can get like 2,000 euros or more in vet bills, prescription, and other things for the care of your cat that is dying. So our solution quite simple. We made 3 recipes of human-grade fresh food, formulated with our partners, Hospital do Gato, the best clinic in Portugal, specifically for cats. So yeah, we made these 3 recipes and we deliver directly to your home in 24 hours or less. So our market, quite a big market. In Europe, you have 300 million cats, and the cat food turnover is over 20 billion, growing 5% a year. Our business model is quite simple too. We sell these bags of 80 grams, and we have a 50% gross margin on it. We aim to build a subscription-based model, around 45 to 60 euros per cat person per month. This is our traction right now. We already have more than 7,000. This is quite outdated. 7,000 cat owners. More than 50,000 cats sign up in our platform, and we are doing more than 3,000 on monthly revenue right now, and over 15,000 total revenue just in 6 months. Our competition is mostly in the US. Actually, in Europe, it's quite strange. We don't have that much competition. We already have a lot of requests in Spain and Germany for our food, so we want to grow and expand. This is one of our competitors, 2 of our competitors, Cat Person and Smalls. They both raise millions in the US trying to solve our problem. Our solution, it's different because we take an approach of cooked food, and they do with raw ingredients, and we have built an algorithm to personalize the package for the cat owner and for their cat. So our team, it's me. I'm a 2X founder. I created a company and sold it before, an AI real estate company, anything to do with cats. My brother, it's a computer science engineer, and Christina, it's our veterinarian and advisor. Yeah, we want to build a company for cats and cat persons around Europe. Our asking is like, I didn't finish yet. Not quite as funny as human. We are asking 250,000. We already have 50,000 committed, and we raised before. We want to achieve the 50K MRR. It's our objective for next year. I think we will accomplish that. Yeah, but we are looking for investors to complete our round. Thank you.
João, thank you for your pitch. Regarding the pitch, I think maybe there was like too much information. Sometimes you were going a little bit too fast. So actually, something that could be interesting to know, since you already have all this traction, it's about the recurrency of people that have bought your products. Because why a subscription model and why an app? Because you mentioned this as something positive compared to your competitors, but I wonder why don't they have an app, and they still get invested and all of that. So there is really the need for the app, and also is the subscription model the right model to actually start as an entry market strategy. So these are certain things that I would question, but overall, nice job.
João, thank you so much. I fully agree, and congrats on the success so far and on the presentation. I would just maybe emphasize a little bit on the algorithm that you mentioned as a key differentiator, but you did not elaborate much on what the algorithm actually does for that personalization of something. I didn't fully understand. And based on all of this success that you have achieved so far, would be relevant to understand what is the roadmap for these 250,000 that you are raising? What is the plan? Is it expansion? Is it new products? Would be relevant to see that. Other than this, congrats.
João, thank you for your presentation. Well, it would be good to have some cat competition to rate your product comparing with others. For me, it was not clear in terms of the user, and here the user is the cat owner, I think, and the cat. Yeah, if the cat is happy, I think the cat owner is also happy, right? Well, what is the feedback of the cat owners of all these 7,000 that you already have? This is super key, important in your pitch to introduce that. What is different from previous experience that these cat owners have with other different solutions, with the easiness of the application, the flavor of the meal? Cats go crazy, they are much happier and all that. I think that type of feedback is super important. And well, I think what is missing here is also your plan to scale. So I think otherwise it will be just like another solution of cat food, and we have a lot of brands and the market is fierce in terms of competition, as you know. So in that relationship with the digital, with the startup side of it, you shouldn't be like any other company of cat food. You should be the digital one, the startup one, the one that can scale in another rhythm, and you should prove how can you do that and when. Okay, so that should be important. Thank you.
Thank you. Do I answer or not? Okay. Yeah, no, actually, yeah, I didn't talk a lot about the algorithm. So yeah, we have built an algorithm that personalized, because cats, I don't know if anyone here has cats, because cats are like fussy eaters and like very picky with their foods. So our algorithm just recommends the best food, like if he likes meat or not, what kind of disease the cat has already, the age, and some other factors. So in terms of the market that you pointed, basically we don't have that much competition, because in the market is very saturated for kibble, like solutions, dry kibble, canned foods, like the can, but you don't have like human grade fresh food. In Portugal you don't have, in Spain too. So yeah, and that is one of the causes that we are getting a lot of traction right now. And I don't know if you saw the slide with the traction, the slow. We got like a break in the revenue, because we got a lot of requests that we couldn't fulfill. So yeah, we tried to build our production capacity a lot, and now that we are starting to get that right, we are starting to scale more. And for the future is to build a team, really, because it's just me and my brother right now. And yeah, we want to build a team with a solid base in marketing and operations, so we can be able to scale more in the future. So yeah, the money is for that mainly next year.
Thank you, João. We're going to give you just a couple of minutes so that you guys can have time to vote for every pitch that you saw over here, to choose the one that you are more in favor of. João, you're talking about cats with me, and actually I do have a cat. His name is Bolinha. Bolinha in Portuguese means small ball of fur, but he's huge. He's like a big ball of fur. And perhaps I have to change his feeding habits, perhaps with Permi as well. Yeah, there you go. See, pitching me the thing over here right now. But it's actually interesting, because I have the same relationship with my cat as I had with my ex-partner, you know? It's like sometimes they're like, oh, touch me, I want to kill you, at the same time. Okay, how was your day? Had a good day? A good pitch session over here? Yeah, with, how is it called? The name of the pitch today? Smack my pitch up. When I read it, I was like, well, we're in the 90s? I'm listening to Prodigy right now? What's going on over here? That's cool. And let me see. How about you? What do you feel about today, Reza? Reza, right? Are you also from? Yeah? That's like João in your country, right? Everyone is named Reza over there. Mm-hmm. That's great. You also over here with a startup as well. May I ask what is the name? What is it about? Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, great. I want to see you here next time, okay, as well, doing the pitch as well. Let's see over there. Who else we have over there? We have some people that even joined over there on the room outside. You guys had a good day? Yeah? Yeah, right. He's doing the thumbs up over here, yeah. You have a cat, sir? You had 2? 3 cats? Wow, who are you, cat man? What is the name of your cats? See, there's never like a. You always fall in love with the cats even by the name. They are good cats. Oh, okay. So okay, this was a bummer right now. Okay, let's switch over here. Do you have the results? Yes, we can declare the winner. It will be you, Antonio. You will be the one.
No, I will announce. Yeah.
So round of applause for Antonio to announce the winner over here.
Well, thank you very much for your participation. It was a great session, very interesting, above my expectations, really. And I'm pleased to announce that the winner of this pitch competition is Ibridi. Okay, some words from the winner. Congratulations.
Just to present the rest of the team, 3 women in a digital venture. So this is Filipa and Rita, and so thank you. Nice to meet you.